Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Intan binti Azizul Azmi. My metric number is S54377 and my supervisor is Professor Dr. Datin Hayati binti Haji Sharif. Welcome to my presentation to my panel and all the viewers. So today I'm going to present about my final year project that is assessing halal integrity through halal cold storage warehouse attraction at Shah Alam Industrial Area. This is the first part, which is introduction. According to Isberg Buchan and Nakata 2016, over the previous several years, the global halal sector has developed at an exponential rate, with food supply alone contributing for 16% of the whole global food industry. Due to this potential expansion, the Malaysian government set out for corporate strategy, research, innovation and marketing development, enhancing halal certification, productivity and quality, and also promoting Malaysia as a global supplier of halal standard by Abdullah Oseni 2017. This study will introduce a new phenomena as a gap of knowledge by recognizing the halal integrity is the most important factor in ensuring the halalness of a product from start to finish. A clear understanding the meaning of halal integrity is very essential by March 2019. Okay, the next slide is problem statement. There are some risks while handling the product during warehousing activity, which is contamination of non-halal product by Sufyan 2018. In addition, there is a dearth of halal awareness among the staff as well as comprehension of the halal concept and ingredient supplier, processing and storage by Hashim and Sharif 2016. This is due to an increase in difficulties throughout the handling process, which has an impact on the product halal status, especially when it comes into direct touch with non-halal item by Amy Normalina 2013. Next, continue to the research objective. First, to identify the service quality dimension of halal cold storage on warehouse performance at Shah Alam industrial areas. Second, to study the halal assurance approach in ensuring the safety, material cold storage handling, storage and transport, and ethical practice of halal cold storage on warehouse performance at Shah Alam industrial areas. And the lastly is to assess the most critical halal assurance process involved in the cold storage warehousing that influencing on warehouse performance at Shah Alam industrial areas. And then we go to the second part is literature review. First, halal industry concept. According to Aziz 2015, in the globe at large and particularly in Muslim society, the halal business play a vital role. From day to day, the awareness of halal item, whether food or non-food, is growing. In essence, halal has established itself as a distinct entity that is recognized throughout Malaysia. Halal integrity concept. The halal integrity concept strategy ensures that the product remains halal throughout the supply chain, free of any activity that might breach halal status, whether purposefully or accidentally, by Yusaini 2016. Halal assurance approach. According to Timan 2020, before using the halal symbol, a firm must first create a competent halal assurance system to achieving halal certification. This is done to ensure that the halal product's holiness and purity which is produced by each individual producer. It is a critical component of a company's halal integrity, particularly for the purpose of halal certification. Service quality in halal industry. Research done by Putri 2021 mentioned that one of the tools that may be utilized to enhance the service supplied by the service business is service quality. Service providers can detect items that do not fulfill client expectation by knowing the level of service they deliver. Is dimension service quality in cold storage warehouse, which is safety, ethical practice, storage and transport, and also material cold storage handling. Next, let's get into the hypothesis. A hypothesis is a specific statement of prediction. It's described in a concrete term what research aspect will happen in the research. For this research, hypothesis 1, there is a direct positive relationship between dimension of service quality in halal cold storage and warehouse performance. For hypothesis 1A, there is a direct positive relationship between safety and warehouse performance. For hypothesis 1B, there is direct positive relationship between material cold storage handling and warehouse performance. For hypothesis 1A, 1C, For hypothesis 1C, there is a direct positive relationship between storage and transport and also warehouse performance. For hypothesis 1D, there is direct positive relationship between ethical practice and warehouse performance. Next slide, I will present about research methodology for this research. Research design is done through questionnaire and interview and also website, journal and article in form of quantitative method. Meanwhile, the population will target the manufacturer at Shah Alam industrial areas. As for research sampling technique, will be a random sampling and the data analysis will be using PLS SAM. Now, moving to the next chapter, which is analysis and finding. The measurable model calculates the reliability and validity of the latent variables. This study applied the VB-SAM Smart PLS for 122 samples to test the hypothesis as well as to analyze the convergent validity. This includes a latent variable, question item, main loading, average variance extracts, rule A, and composite reliability of all constructs, certifying the rule of thumb by HAE 2017. These two major types of validity include convergent validity and discriminant validity. Convergent validity is usually assessed with two main coefficients, namely composite reliability (CR) and average variance extract (AVE) by HAE 2011. Table 2 proves that the CRs of the measurement model latent variable are greater than 0.8. This suggests that the measurable model has an acceptable reliability. The criteria for convergent validity, the AVEs of the latent variable must be superior to 0.5 for acceptable convergent validity by Chin 2010. Table 2 specifies the AVEs of the construct are greater than 0.5. Hence, the convergence validity of the measurement model is acceptable. This current research employs the HTMT of 0.90 to evaluate discriminant validity. The result of the discriminant validity evaluation of the measurement model are displayed in the table 3. In the discriminant validity calculation, the researcher must observe the HTMT ratio for every construct compared to other constructs. The value of the ratio for the intersection between two or more constructs. These thumb rules likewise sustained by Gold 2001 thresholds of 0.90 for HTMT 0.90 to support discriminant validity by Hanseler 2015. Next is outcome hypothesis. Based on the outcome from the bootstrapping result, the significant and non-significant of the considered hypothesis is decided. The path between storage and transport, material cold storage handling, safety on ethical practice were tested. Also, ethical practice on warehouse performance were measured. In addition, ethical practice as a mediating variable were tested. The result obtainable in Table 1 and Figure 3 show that storage and transport influence on ethical practice. Material cool storage handling influence on ethical practice, and also ethical practice towards warehousing performance was statistically significant. Henceforward, hypotheses H1 and H4 were supported. From Table 4, the VIF value of the display ranged from 1.163 to 1.283, suggesting lack of multicollinearity in the conceptual framework. Next, a significant relationship exists between H5 and H6, with ethical practice playing a mediating role on warehouse performance. Therefore, hypotheses 5 and 6 are supported. Reasonably, a significant relationship was stabilized between storage and transport and material cool storage handling, with ethical practice playing a mediator role on ethical practice. Table 5 presents the significance of the specific indirect effect and path coefficients. Finally is a conclusion. As we know, the requirement of halal product has a potential expansion in a global market development. Thus, in a halal integrity strategy will help promoting Malaysia as a global supplier of halal standard certification. Furthermore, it is a new gap of knowledge in halal integrity cold storage field. This study has made a significant contributing to theoretical, practical and methodological knowledge by developing the first comprehensive model of halal integrity on food supply chain implementation by identifying the critical dimension of service quality in halal cold storage warehouse performance. Moreover, the relationship between halal food supply chain implementation and warehouse performance suggests to manufacturers that the model is particularly capable of increasing the marketing performance within the context of halal food industries. That's all from me. Thank you.